3 of this 5-match series between New Zealand and India, and this is a crucial game. The news is that MS Dhoni has won the toss in a must-win game for his side. He has asked New Zealand to bat first.
Struggling a little bit of late for the form that we know he has and the shots that he can play. I wonder if today might be the day that he comes good. Well, his partner in crime, Jesse Ryder, hasn't really got going this series. But those are pretty good numbers. Look at that average. Look at that strike rate, 95 for a man that bats at the top of the order. He's going to be bowling into a light breeze. And he'll be bowling to Martin Guptill, first up. Cut away. Finds the gap. What a start that is for New Zealand, and Martin Guptill underway with the boundary.
To short and wide, just the kind of loosener that batsmen are hoping. And Guptill got it nicely in the middle of the bat. That'll give him lots of confidence. Look at that, halfway down the pitch.
Yeah, well, ease the tension, won't it, for Guptill, because things haven't been going well for him in terms of getting away to flyers for some time, even in the West Indies series and this series. So a loosener first up, lovely.
One of the advantages, I think, of facing the first ball of a match, you're always hoping for that looseness straight up from the bowler so he can rip into it and pick up a boundary, as Guptill did.
Absolutely. And that's the reason always take first ball. You've got more chance of not getting out for a duck. And particularly in a test match, you want to watch out for that pair. I was always worried about the pair. Always wanted to get one off the mark in the first innings.
Flicked away fine. That will run away for 4 more. Terrific start by New Zealand, and Guptill picks up his second boundary.
Well, the square leg is never going to be in a position to get to that ball. That is the modern field placing. Never fine leg. It's pretty square, and so no chance whatsoever. The short boundaries are straighter, so the slightest of deflection is going to go for runs.
Hey, good signs that too for Guptill, because you talk about getting a loosener, you've still got to be in good enough position to deal with them and put them away. So while the bowler's warming up, you as a batsman are trying to get yourself set and get a feel for it. So good signs for Guptill that he's got the cut going, he's got the glance. Billy Bowden, haven't seen him for a wee while, have we? Umpiring in New Zealand. And Rod Tucker, who's been here for a few games.
Beautiful setting here in Auckland. Nice weather, good crowd has come in, a good atmosphere for this match. Looks a good surface too, just from the first 5 deliveries we've seen. No lateral movement. Nice even bounce. I don't think it's going to be the quickest wicket we've ever seen here at Eden Park. It's because it's on the dry side, but it's very hard underneath. Couldn't get the key into the surface, so I think there'll be good consistent bounce right throughout the 100 overs tonight. End of the first over, 8 from it. New Zealand 8 without loss. Oh, it's hit him. Went for the pull shot. Was a little bit late on it, and just as well he's wearing the helmet because it's done its job, leg by.
Where's the pace come from in the surface? The last few games we saw, of course, there was no pace in the surface in the game against the West Indies. It was a bit of a slow pudding, really. And there wasn't much pace in it in the HRV 2020 games, the domestic level. And now, this is a quick pitch that is flowing onto Guptill.
Look at his face, look at the eyes. I don't think I've ever seen Martin Guptill actually hit. He's usually got plenty of time. Not for that delivery. You were just saying that you couldn't understand why Kyle Mills had been left out and Hamish Bennett had been brought in. That's exactly the reason. They want that extra pace that this surface is going to offer.
Now, this surface is hard. I'll tell you what, that bail, Matt, would have made a very, very high-pitched sound had you dropped it on the pitch, I'm telling you.
No, there was no music today out in the middle on the pitch, Rick.
What do you mean? There's chin music going on out there.
Yeah, there'll be ringing going on in Martin Guptill's ears after that blow. Oh, that's gone fine. Third man does well. So important that you get your fielders in the right areas with the way the boundaries are cut, the shape of the ground. Sometimes it can only be 3 or 4 metres either side of a fielder, and it runs away for 4.
Yes, I think the follow-up ball after the bouncer should have been a little further up, because Guptill was already on the back foot. Should have been the temptation ball around the off stump. Get him onto the back foot and get the ball to curve away. Look to drive the ball, get the slips in action. But Chami is a little inexperienced.
Well, it's a bounce, that'll be wide. In fact, it will be 5 wides. Wow, that's a messy delivery. MS Dhoni had no chance, and New Zealand pick up some extras.
Well, there certainly is something from this end. We didn't see much of that from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, but then Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is more of a swing bowler, but that has got some pace and bounce. Look at the way it's bounced up and way above Dhoni's head too.
Oh, goes past the outside edge. It's almost a tale of 2 different ends. One end's fast and bouncy, the other end a little bit on the slow side.
And it looks to me after that blow on the helmet, Guptill's staying put at the crease. He's a tall man, and you can see that he's staying put at the crease, not really moving his feet anywhere.
Well, it didn't actually do very much at all. The way Guptill played it, it looked like it did, but there wasn't a lot of movement from Kumar. Leg bite. MS Dhoni won the toss today, and he's decided to continue on with the formula that hasn't been successful in the first 2 ODIs, and he wants to bowl first. He obviously enjoys chasing.
Yeah, you can't panic, can you? He's okay. He's lost 2 games doing that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the wrong thing to do if he feels that suits his side. But it does mean he has to win chasing today.
Quite clearly the ball's not coming on to the bat from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's end, because you can see Jesse Ryder mistimed that attempted back foot punch. Varun Aaron is the replacement for Ishant Sharma. He can be nippy. He's just come back after a back surgery, so he's taken his time to get back into domestic first-class cricket, but he's performed over there.
Edged for 4. Wow, that went quick down to third man. He couldn't get across and cut it off. Ryder picks up a streaky boundary.
Right, this is something you've got to be aware on if you're going to field at fine leg or third man. You'll get done on the inside. You'll get done on the inside of you at this ground very, very easily. It always pays to stand 3 or 4 yards finer on this ground, because the ball will just get past you. You've got more time to chase it down as it goes wider.
Well, the timing's good there from Ryder. Fielder got a hand on it, so we'll keep it to 1. 6 from the over, 3 gone. New Zealand 23 without loss. Plenty of noise. Oh, through the gap. He swats that through cover for 4. Touch of width, and Ryder was straight into it.
He loves that, doesn't he? He loves that room around the off stump, because he can swing his arms quite freely. He wasn't bothered about keeping the ball along the ground. He just wanted to swing his arms, because he knew that even if he edged it, it would go above the slips.
I was going to say, be careful there to Jesse Ryder, because he does have a habit of getting caught in the covers a little bit, but I think he purposely got that one high enough. He was looking to go over the top.
Straighter this time from Shami. Ryder picks him off down to fine leg for 4. Overcorrected, and Ryder good enough to pick up another boundary.
Come on, now India need to be sensible about their field placing. Those straight boundaries are short boundaries. You need to have fielders covering that, not squarer. That is where they've got to show a little bit of common sense. You can't afford to give boundaries like that.
If you're too fine on this ground, you might give up an extra 1 run, let's say, because you've got a chance to get round and stop, and they might take 2. But if you get too wide, you're going to cough up 3 extra runs.
Well, that's exactly what I mean, and that's common sense. And that's got to be applied over here.
Where does Shami go now? First 2 deliveries have gone for 4. What does he come up with? Oh, he goes past the outside edge. That was a better line, better length to Jesse Ryder in that area.
So even the third man now is far too square. If it goes past gully, it's going to be a boundary. And Jesse Ryder is looking to do that. He's looking to play the shot so that the ball might go over the slip sets, because he's throwing his bat at it. But if he middles it, goes through the covers, that fielder at deep third man still has a little bit of time to cover that ground to his left.
Ball flicked away. This time it will find the fielder at fine leg. Well, the thing you know about Jesse Ryder, Sonny, is that it's going to go quick. He's got quick hands. He throws the bat hard at the ball. And I think when a player plays like that and throws the bat at it, you better have your fielder a touch finer than squarer. That's third man for Martin Guptill. Got a slipping gully in play now. Bouncer again this time. Guptill gets under it. Good bouncer that hurried him up again.
Yes, well directed short ball from Mohammad Shami. But this time Martin Guptill was prepared for it. There it is, leaving it with just a little bit of hasty action, but still pretty okay.
Oh, just for a second, I think Sonny was looking and thinking, I might have a go at this. And then it was, uh-oh, it's a bit quick, I'll get underneath it. And he did it well. Left alone. 9 from the over, New Zealand 32 without loss. Nishwa Kumar bowling into a breeze. Oh, the timing and the placement's very good from Jesse Ryder. That's going to run away for 4. What a shot that is. Open the face, pick the gap.
Oh, that's a brilliant shot. Superb shot, that. Look at the timing. Just a little bit of room, not too much. Oh, just punched it, looking more for timing. No follow through of the bat. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant shot. Right out of the middle. You need something else to play its part, though. This is a belter of a pitch.
Bowled him! He's gone through! Kumar doesn't realise it, but he's bowled him. Was appealing for LBW. India have picked up their first. Surprise to the bowler, but it's a big wicket. It's Jesse Ryder.
And once again, Jesse Ryder being done by the ball that moves into him. Look at that, it's moved into him. Shami did that once again off the pads. It happened to him in Napier. It's happened to him here at the Eden Park, Auckland. He thought it was an LBW. He had not seen that the ball had crashed onto the stumps. 20 to Ryder, 36 for 1.
Pulled away. Fine legs a touch finer this time, Sonny. You'll be happy with that positioning?
Certainly, yes. Because it gave him the chance to restrict it to just a single. If he'd been squarer, as they've been keeping at other grounds, it would have been a boundary for sure. Because look where he picked it. He picked it just a few meters within the boundary line.
Flicked away. That's gone very fine. Fine leg won't stop that. And it's raced away.
It's only a leg slip could have stopped it. Once again emphasizing that if you stray on the pads, the slightest deflection is going to cost you a boundary.
No, they haven't been on the money, the Indian opening bowlers yet. Just been straying in line and length and giving away far too many freebies. There's been some good shots played by the New Zealanders, but there's been too many easy ones as well offered to them.
And again, this time it will only cost one leg bye. Just Shami especially hasn't found his line and length. Offered too many freebies for the New Zealand batsmen too early, and that's why New Zealand are racing along at 7.4 per over. I thought today that if India won the toss, there was an opportunity for India to bat first, put New Zealand under pressure and say, we'll score 280, 300 today, see how you go chasing them down. Especially being 2-0 down in the series after you've chased both games. I just thought there was a real opportunity for MS Dhoni today to say, right, let's try something different. Let's put some pressure on New Zealand.
Yes, and they would have been able to bat without the pressure of the asking rate. When they're chasing with Dhoni coming in at number 6, I do feel that they've got one batsman short. Unless they get off to a brilliant start at the top of the order, Dhawan and Rohit Sharma get them off to a flying start, then it becomes a little easier.
A little bit of swing there for Shami. Well, what India will need tonight is more from their other players. They've relied on MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli, haven't they? In both chases, they've relied on those two players. Kohli hasn't disappointed so far. A couple of unbelievable innings, but the likes of Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma, Raina as well, are going to have to come to the party and help those players out. Well, that one swings back in, but doing too much. End of the over, 43 for 1. 3 for 24, his best bowling. Interesting to see how he goes on this surface. Time for a change upstairs. Craig Cummings, Scott Storris and Ian Smith.
Thanks, Mac. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes and what pace he gets to. Seen a bit of him, Scott?
I have, yeah. He played for the Delhi Daredevils in the IPL. You're right. I think he's been up around the 150 in the past. He's coming back from injury. Actually, we've just been told 153 is his quickest delivery. So he certainly has the ability, but as we've seen with Adam Milne, keeping him on the park has been the issue.
Who slips? A little bit of shape with that first delivery. And again, just a little bit away, and Guptill gets quite lucky down to fine leg. So it's been a rapid start, the run rate over 6, but I wouldn't say it's been the most sure start with the bat.
No, it hasn't. Guptill there, very lucky not to chop it on the leg stump. A lot of extras, a little bit of ill discipline. India have bowled very straight, so a couple of 4-leg buys and some boundaries down to fine leg. New Zealand really haven't fired a shot, but they'll be happy with the run rate.
Toe end of the bat down to third man, and that's such a hard area to protect.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the first thing you learn at this ground is that your fine leg and third man need to be a lot finer than they normally would. You'll see a lot of the boundaries going there. You simply don't have time to react. 5 metres either side at times, and it's gone for 4. And I think New Zealand have benefited from that. India haven't quite made the adjustment just this quickly. The third man is still quite wide here.
45 metres, I think, from the batter's end to the boundary behind him. So when you got guys bowling, close to 140k, and this pitch looks like it's got good pace, it's not going to take long to get to the boundary. It's part of that knowledge of knowing grounds and knowing angles.
So we have a look. Here we go, 66 metres from the striking end. Also 66 square, but it's when you're there, as Craig Cumming just mentioned, if you're at the batsman's end, it's only 48 metres, which is half a hit. It's not even half a hit, is it? That's tiny.
Yeah, it just doesn't allow third man or final leg to react, especially with the ball inside. I think Mark Richardson spoke earlier. You're better off chasing around to the corners, which gives you more time because that's the biggest part of the ground. India will be learning that now.
Well, extra there, another one, but it's so important that they store this away, this knowledge of this ground. This is key ground in the World Cup. Very key ground.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason for the change, isn't it? Hamish Bennett coming in for Kyle Mills, who did a great job on the last ODI. I also think, Smithy, we're going to see a lot of that from the Indians too. We've talked a lot in this trip so far about New Zealanders bombing the Indian batsmen with a lot of short deliveries. I think we'll see the same coming back the New Zealanders' way today.
Let's check that. Martin Guptill, but timed it quite nicely.
But just, Smithy, to go back to your point, just looking at the ground from up here, up above, it does look bigger, squarer, even though that's not in fact the case, and even more so into the corners that Craig Cumming just mentioned. So the short balls, to go for a boundary, that's the area that you want them hitting.
Field. Bonus run for New Zealand. 8 overs gone. They are 51 for 1. Allen in his third over. Wide. Big wide.
You're just talking about extras, Craig. There's another one. 16 already in 11 overs.
I get the feeling they're looking to bowl quite straight. The field set, they've got a mid-wicket in, deep backward square. He's only halfway to the boundary, maybe there for the mistimed pull shot. Scott talked earlier about India looking to use the short ball to Williamson. So that's a catching option just as much as trying to stop a two.
It's quite an amphitheatre when there's a good crowd, and this noise generates more noise and echoes around the place, and we're in for a fun day out, and I hope you're enjoying it too as you sit back at home and getting a fair reflection about a lot of orange shirts. Orange and blue, the two predominant colours. The Indian shirts are very, very evident. It's great stuff. And so is that. It was a half chance, but it's got through. And Guptill picks up 4 through the covers. Just.
The holding pattern of the last few overs has been broken. It's been Aaron the first to give his Guptill, while slightly uppish, hits it into the gap. Nice stroke for 4.
Rahane was the player in the covers. Short man, very quick. Another go here. Oh, gee whiz. Dicing.
Yeah, it was a single maybe straight away. Slight hesitation. Guptill took off. I got a feeling the throw was weak, but he was gone by a mile. That's 3 chances in the last 4 overs. India haven't been able to hit. Frustrating.
Well, Guptill goes down to Williamson and they have a chat about this. That is 3 in what, 5 minutes, 6 minutes of cricket? 3 gilt-edged opportunities they've presented.
Well, Smithy, one of the things about playing in these drop-in wickets is that there's no block to hit from. And normally when you hit it straight into the ground like that, which isn't the pitch, then it just tends to die. So maybe the New Zealanders think that, whilst it's been mown to look like there's a block there, there isn't. It's the pitch and that's it. You hit it straight down off the wicket there and it just drops and dies. And at the moment, it's just bouncing up a little bit and getting to those fielders a little bit quicker than the two New Zealand batsmen thought it would do.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed though, India. They'll be wanting to hit on those chances. Jadeja had one, wasn't that far away, left hand. Kohli there, close enough that at this level, and the amount of practice they're doing, they'd expect to hit at least 1 out of 3.
$68 for 1. This is a great opportunity for New Zealand-based Indians to get close, up close and personal with their Indian players on the boundary. No big restrictive fences or anything. They can almost reach out and touch them. They love it. They're playing well. Developing into a very, very even contest.
Talked about the warm-ups, Smithy. The Indian guys come out and did a team photo, and it's one of the greatest noises I've heard in New Zealand, especially in a stadium. They were lining up. That was before kickoff. It's a special atmosphere, and I think it's only going to get bigger and better.
Smithy, I just wanted to bring up these two fielders here at cover. I quite like the tactic from Dhoni. He's asking Jadeja to bowl nice and straight. And normally we see 2 points. Well, the short 45 and a point. But here he's gone with 2 covers. And with Jadeja bowling nice and straight, the ball's more likely to go there. And New Zealand are going to have to find a way. And as well, Williamson has been out in this series already, caught at cover.
And on that, also of interest to Kane Williamson, deep mid-wicket goes out, as well as long on, long off. Square leg comes in beside the umpire. There's no fielder on that leg side in front of the umpire. I think that's a lovely touch from Kane Williamson, that shot. End of the over, New Zealand 73 for 1.
Well, it's twofold, Mac, as well, as far as I can see. Not only does it create a path for Ashwin, but you cannot afford to be running down the outfield. You must be running down the wicket so that when you slide your bat, it slides properly. We've seen so many times the bats get stuck in this outfield, and the outfield is right at the side of the pitch, is what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's slower too, wouldn't it? Longer grass, shorter grass, harder surface. And a racing man, you'd understand that, wouldn't you, Simon?
Absolutely. A good firm track is always faster than a slow 7. Rigger, a sluggish track. Can't get through the ground anywhere near as well. 50 partnership up for Williamson and Guptill of 79 deliveries. Sweeps and gets it through the gap too, and it'll run away for 4.
Wow, really, you see a field like this. Normally it's just a non-negotiable with most spinners, especially off spinners, that there'll be a man back on the sweep. On the boundary there's a man at what you would call cow corner, I guess. And there's a big gap. Hit the ball through there on just a normal sweep shot.
Good running on that occasion. Yeah, well, that was always your 5th fielder, Greg, wasn't it? It was always your 5th man out in the old days. You'd have that man just behind square for the one that went really fine, and then you'd have the sweep man at sort of just behind square on the boundary.
Yeah, the first 2 fields set, weren't they?
So with the change in rules, that's the man that most of the spinners are opting for to keep up, and I think rightly so with New Zealand, because there's not too many New Zealand batsmen play the sweep shot. Guptill certainly doesn't, so no problem not having him back there for that. Better over for New Zealand, 8 from it. It's 92 for 1. It's been a good spell for India, and also it's been a quick spell. That you guys talked about the fact that they're rushing through the overs, making the New Zealand batsmen perhaps feel a little rushed at times. 32 minutes for that second 10 overs, and that included 5 minutes for the drinks break. So only 27 minutes of bowling time for 10 overs.
Well, the run-up's not long. It's only 3 or 4 paces, but he's there waiting.
That's nicely played from Guptill. Really nice, up and over. Timed that one well.
Oh, that's a lovely shot from Guptill. Just saw he had a little bit of width and decided to go through and hit in the air, up and over cover. Look at that, he got leg side of the ball. That is a terrific shot.
It's not his usual area, is it? Normally he goes straight or hit a ball like that into the onside over the top. And then pushes the one after it. That's good cricket from Guptill.
That's excellent. Look for that boundary early in the over, and then you can pick up your 1s and 2s for the rest of the over. Take a little bit of a risk early, and then you finish the over off. That's a good start to this over. 6 from the first 3 deliveries. Yes, when you look at a shot like Martin Guptill hit for 4 up and over cover, it's low risk. It's really a low risk shot. He's not running down trying to bang it for 6. Really good option. Just an extension, just a follow through.
It's tidy over for New Zealand. 8 from it, 107 for 1. Ashwin to continue, and Williamson picks up another comfortable single. Time for a change upstairs. Craig Cumming, Sonny Gavaskar and Ian Smith.
Thank you, Mia Dole. Thing about that city of the future, at some stage it's going to have to be the city of the now. Can't continue to be the city of the future, all right? Work on that. 108 for 1. Run rate very respectable, 5.10. Williamson up, over, and that's 6. Oh, first opportunity of the day goes begging in the crowd, but that is beautiful batting early in the over.
Indeed it is, because look at the use of the feet by Williamson. Dancing down, that's all you can say. Giving himself just a little bit of room, because he didn't go towards the ball. He went a little bit away from the ball so he could hit it over extra cover, and that is a missed opportunity.
They showed some commitment.
This time he's gone towards the pitch of the ball, looking to play it with the turn to the onside. Very good batting. He's very impressive, Kane Williamson.
There seems to be a little bit of focus last 2 overs. Early in the over, there's a risk. Guptill took one last over, going over cover as well. So maybe the New Zealand batters now feel like it's time to start upping the rate. I just love watching the shoulders turn with Williamson when he plays that over cover, just to get to the alignment there. It's beautiful cricket. I think you notice with Martin Guptill, when he becomes more aggressive, he also finds more singles, seems to find holes, and whether or not it's a mindset, when he's positive and looking to score runs, things flow more natural for him. Because he's a very clean striker of the ball, as we know.
It's a good adjustment too from Williamson. He got himself into a hole and pinched a single out of it. 22 overs gone, 117 for 1. 123 for 1. 24 overs, almost at the halfway point. Nip and tuck, it's in the balance. MS only 250 games. I've given you your 30 seconds. Sonny, what's your answer? Who's next on the list?
It's got to be Adam Gilchrist.
Incorrect. I'll move down the list. Might get 4 here. He will. placement outstanding from Guptill. It was a rare bad delivery and it got the treatment, and Guptill has 50.
It's a steady half century. He started off with the boundary of the first ball of the match, but after that he's had to contend with the blow on the helmet and some pretty fine bowling, particularly by the Indians. So when the spinners came on, he's playing the anchor role for New Zealand.
Yeah, this is a shot very similar to the one he got out to in Hamilton, but more control there. He's looking to hit the gap. He'll be keen to carry on though. He's had a lot of starts. His striking will get better. I'm going to answer your question, Ian. I'm going to say Kumar Sangakkara.
And you'd be right. But believe it or not, and there's a player with a lot of longevity, Kumar Sangakkara captained and kept in 67 games, so 183 games less than MS Dhoni. Amazing. Yep, and Martin Guptill's done a fine job. He's stuck at it, hasn't been fluent. And he'll keep the strike. After that, 25 gone, 131 for one.
Very much offside dominant when it comes to scoring boundaries through the cover region. A lot of singles down the ground through mid-on, which shows the way he's playing spin into the square leg.
Suresh Raina, for me, is a player they can have a crack at, they can go for. I think you'll be thinking he's a part-time spinner and he should not be able to bowl too many overs cheaply on this ground.
Well, Kane Williamson advanced and Hamilton hit him over mid-wicket. There's a big gap into the corner of the ground.
Oh, that's terrific. And that is Sonny's point about the ability to press forward and force a mistake, and he cashed in on it.
Good use of the wrists as well. He knew that there was no protection for Raina behind the square leg line, and look at the way he's brought the bottom hand into play. Very nicely played off the middle of the bat too.
100 partnership. .47 for Williamson. He just accumulates so quickly. Striking it nicely now. Another one through that square leg area. Oh, nifty footwork from Mohammad Shami. It had to be. Under pressure if you get those wrong. 139 for one after 26.
Just a wee stat that Frank's come up with. Kane Williamson, after facing 56 balls, only 23 dots. Martin Guptill, after 82 balls, 43 dots. So over a half. It just shows Williamson striking at 81. One thing about being an opener, though, there are going to be more dots, especially in the first 5 to 10 overs, because you've got fielders in the ring, so you can accept that. But I think he'll enjoy the extra pace here.
Also, I think Guptill's not been in the best form, while Williamson has batted really well in the previous 2 games. He's in form, he's confident. So the flow is that much easier. The rhythm of your bat is that much easier. You feel good when you walk onto the field, when you take your guard, take your stance. Just feels everything is right. Sometimes when you're not getting runs, then you doubt everything.
Up and over, and that could well make it through. It does. It's a lovely little drop kick. It was in the slot and he didn't miss out.
Yes, Varun Aaron's been targeting the middle and leg stump, and that's what's happened. This one, a length ball, and all it did was it allowed Guptill, knowing that the fielder was at square leg, to hit it around the mid-wicket area. Quick outfield has taken it to the boundary.
Misfield pressure back on India now. All of a sudden, New Zealand are asking them some questions.
Well, I think both players, but especially Martin Guptill, will enjoy the extra pace. One thing, looking at this pitch now, I think it's a very good batting surface. The ball's skidding off. Martin Guptill, the confidence will be there now. Just a messy misfield. I'd say if I was some of those orange shirts in the crowd, get ready, especially with the way Martin Guptill's getting ready to load up. Takes us back in when we were last on. 3 run-out chances India had with these guys. All genuine chances. All of them probably should have been taken. It's moments like that that can change a game. And that was because the pressure the bowlers were putting on.
Well, the very best fielding sides would get 2 out of 3 and be disappointed about the third one. Up and over, and that'll be 4. So a loose over that one, 11 from it, and New Zealand all of a sudden a 150 for 1 after 27. Well, you won't see too many 3s on Eden Park because of the small dimensions, so you've got to accumulate in other manners.
There's also a certain serenity about his batting, isn't it? When he's at the crease, everything seems to be calm, everything seems to be right with the world. Onside, he dominates because he uses his feet so well. He's pretty good on the offside as well. The Indian attack has been mainly middle and leg stumpish, so you'll find a lot of shots on the onside.
Oh, that's clever. 1 bounce for. It was a very measured shot, deliberate, up and over. Economy.
Yes, economy of movement. He knew that there was a fielder in the 30-yard circle, so he wasn't looking to power it away. Looking more to get it in the middle of the bat, and even if he got a boundary 1 bounce, that was good enough.
Not a lot changes. His tempo, even though it's gone over long on. His real strength is he knows where the gaps are, and he can manipulate what he needs to do to put the ball in the gap.
Four men inside the circle on the offside. He knew that. He saw that Dhoni put mid-on back, so you can see him in the distance here long on. But to compensate for that, he had to bring someone else up inside. So Williamson thought, I've got a chance through or over the offside. Looked to make room, couldn't get it through, but I think that's sort of an indication of his thinking. Ball by ball assessment of an opportunity.
I also get the feeling maybe Kane Williamson is looking at the scoreboard about to finish the 29th over. 6 overs before the power play. I reckon they'll want Martin Guptill to be there for that power play because we know his power. And I reckon that Williamson maybe have a bit of a licence here to lift his tempo, lift his opportunities to maybe score some extra boundaries. If lose a wicket, Taylor comes in, gets a chance to get set before the power play, or maybe Anderson. So I think New Zealand might have a wee period here where they look to dominate.
He's way down the pecking order. Might just push for 2 here because they've just hit a nice gap. Just enough. So 7 from the over. It's 160 for 1 after 29.
Happy to go at 1 a ball.
That is a staggering shot. Have a look at this.
It's not normally a shot you associate Kane Williamson with. Just giving himself a little bit of room and using the pace of Shami and just murdering it over the offside.
It's a back foot drive. That must have been in a tournament, a tri-series of some description. Oh, shot. That's Guptill. That is Guptill at his very best.
Effortless power. That's what Martin Guptill possesses. The trademark, keeping his head down after he's hit it. With a late look up to see where it went, but just along the wicket a little bit from Shami. Wonderful stroke.
Yeah, that's the record partnership as well for the second wicket against India.
You're right about the effortless side of things. It's gone to the top of that black sight screen, which said a quick count is about 18 rows back. Lovely strike. Problem for all those in orange shirts is was too straight. Confirmation of that record. Rory and Ken Rutherford. You know, they got along well enough to bat for that long.
And again down the ground. This is nice and straight. The Leicester fielder won't get there. 180 for 1.
I think about that situation, Scotty. I think Dhoni at times can be quite a stubborn captain. If that's the way to put it. He says, I'm going to chase, I'm going to keep chasing because I think that's the best way we play. We'll get it right at some stage and everyone will be proven wrong.
Wow, that was hit hard, wasn't it? Just stood up and smashed it, Guptill.
Shami's been hit down the ground twice in his last over. He pulls his length back, and this time Guptill swings him beautifully over mid-wicket. Very much under pressure now.
Some aggression in that shot when you look at Guptill's face. He looks very focused and determined today. He's 86. Martin Guptill, his strike rate is now 79.
It was there, wasn't it? The field had moved. So we've now got all the leg side men on the boundary and all the offside men up inside the circle. He got the width, and it only needed to be a little bit just to try and get up and over it. Couldn't do it. Disappointed.
It's the right ground for it, isn't it? Just 5 runs away from the overall second wicket record against any country. Currently held by Martin Guptill himself. He'd like to put a line through Zimbabwe though and maybe add India. Hit hard again. Just a little bit square.
It's a good shot, Rigger, because MS Dhoni's put that mid-wicket back. The area where the last pull shot went to was suddenly taken care of. So Guptill there, rather than trying to hit that over mid-wicket again, he's tried to swivel on it, use the pace and hit it behind where the fieldsman wasn't. So it's good to see he's learning and trying to manipulate the ball around the field.
tried a bit too much there, Kane Williamson, and they've broken this partnership.
Once again, Williamson trying to give himself a bit of room. Just leaning back a bit. And Shami, nice and full, takes care of the timber as Kane Williamson leaves for 65, 189 for 2.
It's only 13 balls away. So they're saying to Anderson, look, just have a little look for 10, 11 balls, and then the batting power play is yours. Guessing that that's got to be the reason.
Yeah, so give himself a chance. Give himself a chance to have a feel, get a look. Opportunity to pick off some singles. They're going to bring a man in on the offside for Anderson, so if he can hit it through, then there's 4 behind the cover field, and then there's no one in front of the wicket saving single on the onside, which makes that a very easy single. And a bit of a gift to get off the mark, really. 190 for 2. Well, he's such a good player, isn't he, that it'd be doing him an injustice to say that he can't find the boundary. That he can't play his part in the acceleration. It would be doing a disservice to the lad's skill. Straight. Is it enough? You bet it's enough. It's always enough when Anderson hits him.
Well, we thought he'd take a few balls to get going in the power play, to get into the power play. No such luck for India. Straight away, Ashwin tosses one up. He says, well, if you're going to do that, I'll swing through the line.
Oh, down. And again, flat. They're calling for catch it. One bounce. He had to make up his mind in the outer there. Made the right decision. Oh, it's the one you want too. Yep. You had it. You had $100,000 in the palm of your hand.
They were fighting for it though, weren't they? All 3 of them were going for it.
Oh, yeah, I feel your pain. Yeah, it was there. Bad hand. Slipped it through, a lovely piece of bowling, and they are absolutely over the moon. They know the importance of that wicket, the Indians.
Yeah, very good bowling. That wasn't the right option from Anderson at all. 95 Ks from Ashwin. It's far too close to be cutting. Even where it pitched, even if it had turned, it was still too close. So brilliant bowling from Ashwin. And he's picked up the big wicket of Corey Anderson. Early on today, it is 198 for 3.
Final go over the top.
They probably need to extend that, just and say, right, we're going to bat, we're going to be aggressive, but we're not going to be risky for the first 2 overs of this power play, as Billy Bowden calls it, and then look to increase maybe for the last 3.
That's through, and that's away for 4. So a good start to the power play. 200 up now for New Zealand.
129-kilometre-an-hour bouncer to a man on 88 is not going to work. Great shot from Martin Guptill. Helps it on his way. 3 men out on the leg side. Nobody that fine.
Again, he split the 2 out there. They'll dive, he'll go for 4 more. Guptill on to 96.
A great control here from Martin Guptill. He's on top of it, keeping it down, but the timing is superb.
Well, he's up into normal territory, isn't he? A strike rate of over 80, 83. His career's about 86. It's all come flooding back to Martin Guptill in the second half of this innings. It's another half run-out chance for Guptill. He knows it. He's taking a hideous risk. So close to 100.
And doesn't he know it? A wee smile there says it all. Straight to the fieldsman and going. And this, I suggest, won't even be close.
Oh, he even had time, didn't he, to almost powder puff the throw. Aim. He over-aimed. He didn't throw it.
Halfway down, he's just thinking to himself, what have I done?
Well, he's got to 99.
He survived.
It's been a good start to the power play, hasn't it? 11 runs so far off the over. And it seems like New Zealand haven't really had to take a risk either.
$209 for 3. There he goes, Martin Guptill. A little fist pump. Will there be a jump in the air? Maybe not. What an innings. What a fine innings from Martin Guptill.
As we have a look at it, 123 balls. Finally got his push down the ground for a single to get there.
Well, he's gone and done what any batsman has to do to silence those critics, because there's no currency like runs, and that's what he's got here today. Well, he's played some strong shots. There's been aggression. There's been gritted teeth when you look at his facial expressions through some of these shots. Some great pull strokes, some classic shots down the ground from Martin Guptill, a well-deserved century.
Yeah, you kind of sense it might be party time for him. Big chance to go big.
Yes, the pressure's off. He's got 100 under his belt. Now he can really up the tempo. Batsman at the other end also pretty new to the crease. He's just faced 2 balls. Ross Taylor's not yet off the mark. So important for New Zealand that Guptill now takes the initiative.
Oh, and he has too. Straight over the top for 6. They're in a spot of bother now, India. They don't want to bowl full because you've hit them down the ground, but you're going to bowl short. It's got to be more effective than that.
Yes, it has to be, because it was way too short. Came at a good height as well for Martin Guptill. He's a tall man. And look at the way he's got right on top of the ball. Plenty of time to play that shot.
What's for so long has been a strength of Martin Guptill's, the pull and the hook. It sort of looks like it may have, it's been on the back burner for a wee while. It's starting to come out now. So we're starting to see all the shots that Martin Guptill can play. This is why he's so dangerous. You bowl full, he'll bang you over his head. He bowl short, he can pull hard.
Mid-on's gone back. Fuller length maybe. Very full. It's a spot to bowl. Can't get him out. Make sure he can't get under the ball.
He does bowl the Yorker well. He's relatively new to international cricket, but he does bowl that Yorker well. Spent a lot of time learning the ropes under Wasim Akram. Wasim and Waqar, 2 of the best exponents of the Yorker, the toe crusher.
Ross Taylor on strike. He's been at the crease for 12 minutes. He's only faced 2 balls. Off the mark, well judged. He's good at pushing and running. And look, while he looks to get set, there's still A lot of batting left in this game. He will give as many opportunities as he can for Guptill to score on the bigger numbers. So this is what you call building a partnership, building an innings. New Zealand are becoming quite good at it, batting first, and that's a good sign. Too good. Too good. He went for that Yorker length. He missed it, but Guptill did not.
Bring his bottom hand over there. Low full toss. He placed it well. Placement so important. It was a boundary ball, but he had to place it well, and he's done that. And that's what can happen once you've got 100 under your belt. Your confidence just goes sky high.
Up to 1-1-1, New Zealand 2-2-2. And it's 2-2-2 for 3.
But as a batsman in limited overs cricket, he still hasn't fired.
Yeah, he's in the unenviable position of having to follow MS Dhoni to the crease. So I guess you're always under an expectation there, but you're right. When you back those numbers up as a first-class cricketer, at some point it's going to kick into gear for him, and he's going to become a true all-rounder. Wide there.
He'll bowl in the mid-90s now. Bowl it flat around the pads. Try and cramp the batsman for room.
Oh, that's nicely weighted. Oh, it's not. It's not at all. He's cut it off with a pass. Terrific catch. He just half hit it. He thought I just got to hit the gap. What a good catch. Great judgment.
Yes, fantastic. He literally pulled it down. Thought for a moment that he might have misjudged it. He might have come a little bit too far ahead. But look at that jump. The timing of the jump so important. Timed it to perfection. What a fine innings from Martin Guptill. 1-1-1, 224 for 4.
Taylor and McCullum, dangerous players, IPL players, big hitters. And McCullum will have come out with a plan for these last 12, 13 overs and a target in mind. That'll be 4. So late, Ross Taylor hit that. There was no room to play it, but he got away with it.
Dhoni has employed a slip in the batting power play, but not this time around. Thick edge that. Quite deliberately played. I think he was trying to play it late.
Yes, there is a batting power to come, there's no doubt about it. You don't want to lose wickets in a clump here, because you might not get the best out of those last 4 or 5 overs if you're 7 or 8 down. So it's not all plain sailing just yet. Out. And that does not help. 2 very straight full ones, a bit of width. McCullum's timing not there, and back-to-back ducks for the captain.
Well, that's a shot under pressure. Shot under pressure. He'd blocked the previous balls, dot balls, knowing this is the last of the batting power play overs. Wanted to go over the top. New to the crease. Didn't quite have the timing. Aaron gets a wicket in his comeback game. Brendan McCullum out for another duck. 230 for 5.
Very much in form, Luke Ronke, who has found a home now in this black uniform. He looks very, very good. I'm actually more of a Billy Ray man. Boundary for New Zealand, much needed.
Yes, no third man in position, so if it goes between the 2 fielders with a fast outfield, it's going to go for a boundary. That's what's happened. Didn't quite get in the middle of the bat. Another attempted Yorker, going a little too full. Maybe that fielder should be pretty much on the 30-yard circle rather than coming in. And it really is the fact that they've been taking wickets which has pushed New Zealand back. When that partnership between Guptill and Williamson was on, it looked as if New Zealand would get to 33-40. But wickets after that has given India a chance to restrict New Zealand to maybe now 300. 9 overs to go after this one, so still plenty of deliveries left to come.
That'll show how much trust New Zealand have in their lower batting order as well, whether they have the ability or belief that they can still keep going after the bowling, whether they actually are looking over their shoulder and thinking, wow, if we lose Nathan, we've got Southey, McClenaghan and Bennett, we don't really want to lose another wicket, which can happen.
Well, Dhoni will look at that and say, well, Nathan McCullum can't buy a run at the moment. And then you've got the 3 big boys. And he will say, look, if we break this partnership, we could stop this at about 280, 270, 280. And that would be a major win for them after the start.
Yes, it's amazing how if you have the last few overs, 5 or 6 overs, going your way as a bowling side where you restrict runs, take wickets, you go back in the dressing room feeling that much more confident.
Oh, straight up now. Oh, it's just going to get there. MS Dhoni turned, he put the head down and he went for it. And Ronke, his counterpart, he was the lucky one.
He was aware that the fielder was at square leg and deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket. If it had been the orthodox fine leg, he would have been able to get under it. But Dhoni was the one who had to start running backwards. Never easy to do so.
Well, he knew he got enough to get it away, and Dhoni just put the head down and he almost lost track of the line of it there. He's way off the line because he put the head down, and it would have been a terrific effort to even get close to it. Another chance. Taylor scurries through. Possibility of an overthrow. Taylor wants to go. Ronke's king. Man backing up. The man backing up made a mistake there. He was not up off the rope quick enough. Rohit Sharma should have seen that opportunity was going to come his way on the angle of the throw and been in quicker.
Yeah, it's part of the modern game. If you see the ball on one side of the pitch, maybe he thought that he was going to throw bowlers in. It's not an excuse. Ronke was ready, he just looked at Taylor. And now look at this, Taylor puts his head down, doesn't even look where the throw's coming. And then a bit of a tummy slide as well.
Little things turn matches, change momentum. Another wide there. All of a sudden it's just getting a bit raggedy, and New Zealand have picked up 11.
We're just talking about, whether New Zealand keep going, whether they trust. Well, this over has just helped them. It's made them breathe a sigh of relief. 20 extras so far in the New Zealand innings. But this has just taken the pressure off both Taylor and Ronke, that they don't have to take a risk.
Through. Beautifully placed, Luke Ronke. Massive over that for New Zealand. And the pendulum in this match. 249 for 5. 3 run-out opportunities on Guptill and Williamson in the space of about 5 or 6 minutes. Missed the lot.
Yeah, sometimes it's just those little things. And they put on a great partnership. Then Guptill on 98, going to 99, another opportunity to run him out.
So, Craig, I ask you, at what point do you think New Zealand will feel launch again, relaunch?
Well, the last over just showed through decent cricket they can pick up 10, 12 and over. So at the moment I would say they're just trying to get a run of ball with a boundary and over. I think Ronke's natural game is to be aggressive. Taylor will continue to do this for a little bit longer, but I think he's a confident player, Luke Ronke. He's in good form. I think he'll take the more risks and look to hit the boundaries.
This is turning out to be a pretty good over. Just 3 singles from it so far.
Straight 6.
All the straight boundaries are very short here, and I promise you I'm not going to say this is turning out to be a pretty good over when India is bowling. Every time I've said that, the next ball's been either tonked into the stands or a boundary.
Oh, big over now, 10 off the last 2, 13 from it, and all of a sudden it's 262 for 5, and he's got third man and fine leg up inside the circle, so really it has to be relatively full and relatively straight like that.
He does have good Yorker, Mamachami, so he will try and pitch it over there. And that's what he's got to be encouraged to do. Not pull the length ball.
It's so tough now, isn't it? Only allowed 4 fielders outside. And then on a place like this where the boundaries are so short straight, makes it even harder on the bowler. He can't afford to miss slightly.
Like that. Oh! My goodness, sir. You almost had a lot more friends.
Well, this is a nice full toss. The Yorker gone too much above the knee, just what the batsmen are looking for. The Yorker, if it's around the ankles, that is still manageable. Oh yes, you missed out on 100 grand, my friend. That is much better. That is much better.
Well, Luke Ronke's playing brilliantly here. He's taken all the pressure off Ross Taylor. He's digging New Zealand out of a little bit of a hole. Oh, it's hit the wrist. You look at that wrist. That's $100,000 that I've just missed out on. He looked grumpy too afterwards, didn't he? Didn't look like happy. Some of the guys put their hands on the head. He was furious.
And look at the anguish from everybody around and even those below. Oh, how could you miss that?
You look, there's a chance. Another one, yes, that's out. Finally, India hit. Finally, they get their target, they get their man.
And this is the man who scores more direct hits than anybody else in the Indian team. That's why Martin Guptill has to count himself lucky that at 99 he missed. This time he didn't. Just one stump to aim at, and Ajinkya Rahane hits it. One stump. He's done that so regularly. There he is, delighted. He's got a big wicket. Ross Taylor once again scoring a direct hit. Young Rahane. 17 to Taylor, 270 for 6.
Nathan McCullum's missed out the last couple of opportunities he's had at this very stage of the innings. Still a lot of batting to be done by New Zealand. We're only in the 43rd over. Oh, Ronke hits one straight down the ground for 6. That's a poor delivery to follow up.
Is he in good form or what? 2 sixes in the over. First one of the full toss, this one again, the same height. The previous one he hit it over square leg. Now this one he's hit it straight back up. So Shami getting the Yorkers completely wrong.
Son, he's gone for 65 runs now and he hasn't bowled 7 overs. So MS Dhoni may have to just leave him out of his plans for a moment or two. He's got to get him out and get him more settled because he did a good job in Hamilton. He hasn't been able to back up here. And Ronke will keep the strike. So they lost Ross Taylor, but they still got 15 runs. 277 for 6.
So he's finding the boundary, which is exactly what his role is to do in the last 6, 7, 8 overs. But he's not just finding it once or twice, he's actually making meaningful contributions.
Yeah, he's scoring his runs quickly at speed. 38 from 19 today. Oh, Nathan Cullum's going to have to go. Trouble. Is he going to keep running? Direct hit, I think, was definitely out. He might have just got in. Let's have a look.
Oh, I think he should just keep running. Without having a look at it, I think this is out. Yeah, just keep running, sir. Just go. You're a mile away.
Yeah, very aggressive cricket from New Zealand here, isn't it? 6 down with 6 overs to go, and they're taking quick singles like that. Nathan McCullum, very short stay. Out for 1, 280 for 7.
Oh, this is in the air. This is going to be out as well. It is. Oh, no. Things go from bad to worse here for New Zealand. Ronke, the danger man is gone. India doing a good job at pulling New Zealand back here.
Yeah, it's incredible cricket from the Black Caps. To be fair to him, he wasn't looking to hit that for 6, was he? He got a wee top edge, but just a little bit sloppy. Luke Ronke, fantastic innings up till that point. 38 off 20 balls, 280 for 8.
Oh, okay. Starting to get fancy now, these bowlers who think they can bat.
There's nothing worse, is there? What are the odds? If you put a percentage on that, on his chances of hitting this.
Hang on, mate. We had to do a lot of batting when you played, Mac, us bowlers. A lot of batting at times.
I remember bowling a few overs when you boys hadn't done the full quota as well, just quietly.
That's a fair point.
Oh, he's gone again. And he's going to be out. He's going to be out. What was he thinking? That's ugly. Really ugly dismissal. Shami comes good. He followed McClenaghan, and all he did was lob it up.
This is the equivalent of asking a front rower to think as well, isn't it? It's not a great option, but to try it twice. McClenaghan departs for 3, 288 for 9.
Oh, he's flicked it away for 6 through the hands. Through the hands, he finishes the over off nicely. Shami can't believe it. 295 for 9.
Oh, it's not a good effort. Should have been taken. He got plenty of hand on it. All it was at the stumps. He's done well to hit it. Clipped it away. Oh, it's there. It's there to be taken.
Right, Kumar to Southey. Slow ball. Heaved away. Big gap and will pick up 4. Good placement from Southey. He picked the slow ball and the 300 comes up for New Zealand.
Southey was always swinging. Got the slow ball, opening up the front foot, and hits it to where is a huge gap and deep mid wicket. And 300. I think the New Zealanders will sigh a relief that they've got over that hurdle.
Right, changing the field. Fine legs coming back up inside the circle. Square legs going back to the boundary. So 3 men on the leg side. Square leg, mid wicket and long on. Waiting for something in the air from Southey. Decides to charge but can't do any damage.
Yeah, it's a good field, isn't it? I mean, there's so many options that Kumar has here. He can go the more traditional Yorker, which is what you see a lot of at this time of the innings, especially one at leg stump. He can bowl that bouncer because the pull shot's going out to where there are 3 fielders, and he can even bowl that slow ball, which is where Southey hit his last boundary. So as long as he's bowling straight, he's got plenty of options.
Short again. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Don't worry about a fielder. That's top tier. And it's been put down again. Another Tui catch gone down. Nice.
Fallen over too, Mac.
Nice way to finish the over from Southey. There was 11 from it. New Zealand 306 for 9.
He's fallen over trying to get out of the way so that he can get to his favoured hand. Good strike from Southey. He's gone for it with the right hand, but
does he stand still now? No, he charges and goes bang down the ground for 6. Flat and hard, nearly took out a photographer. Southie's doing some damage.
What a great stroke this is. Gives himself room, but most importantly, he resets, stops and resets. Gives him that base from which to use his power. Wonderful shot.
Oh no, he swings and misses.
yeah, the shot before was brilliant. Just think that even if that length, you get outside leg a little bit, you've got free rein. No fielders at all on that offside, where he is powerful. It's a brilliant shot. So give yourself a little bit of room, that leg side, and free your arms. I think it's an easier shot for Tim Southee as well, rather than getting cramped for room.
Oh, it was there. It was there, and he's just going to get the... Well, Bennett's coming back for 2. Southee's going to have to go, and he's run out in the end. Had to be done, final ball of the innings. And in the end, New Zealand have done a pretty good job. So, the target for India, 315 from their 50 overs at a required rate of 6.3.
20-odd runs from Tim Southee may actually prove decisive. My feeling is that might be anything under 300, India would have been very, very happy. They'll have to bat really well now. They've got to get off to a very good start. Otherwise, the 314 is going to be tough. But I think these guys are under a lot more pressure now that Dhoni said at the end of the second one there, that the openers need to come in. Oh, that's a fabulous shot. That is an absolutely fabulous shot. When he gets going, Rohit Sharma is such a joy to watch. And look at that. So much style, so much power in it.
It wasn't that bad a ball. It was a tad wide, but lengthwise, he had to hit it on the up. And he did it with so much ease. It was absolutely glorious. Man, in the circle at mid-off. Nicely played. Wasn't perfectly timed and cramped him, but he got away with it. And in the end, the execution was quite good.
He might have come on to him a little bit quicker than he anticipated, but he got on top of it. Shikhar Dhawan. He's had a few problems with that short delivery, and you can see over there, more near the maker's name rather than off the middle of the bat. Just gets a little cramped for room. Have a look at it. It's pretty much a cramped looking shot there, but he's managed to get it away.
He's had to pull his hands in here, hasn't he? Look at that. Normally you try and get a big extension, but he's had to pull it in because it's coming onto him too quick, and he got out like that in Napier.
Another gap. Cullen turns and throws, but they'll get 2. So this is a nice start from India. Southee.
What Tim Southee is doing is getting the ball into Shikhar Dhawan, not giving him any room around the off stump. Dhawan's very, very good, very fluent on the offside, like all left-handers are. But on the pads, he seems to be just a little bit tentative.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Sonny. We talked right at the start of the match about Jesse Ryder being very similar. He wants to stay on the leg side of the ball and allow his arms to be free to play those shots through the offside.
That's good. That was very well timed. On that occasion, just a little too leg-side-ish, and he got it.
Yes, 2 leg-side-ish is the correct description, because it was moving outside the leg stump. You can see that. And so all Shikhar Dhawan had to do was bring his wrists into play.
Great shot. Really is. Terrific use of the feet. Gorgeous.
Yes, another 100,000 missed over there. A good shot, advancing down the pitch. McClenaghan has given him a bit of bother in the first couple of one-days, so trying to exact some sort of revenge on him, using his feet, going down the pitch and making good connection.
And he's going. There aren't many that look as good as him, is there?
I agree. As I said, I thought in Hamilton he played the perfect cover drive. So easy on the eye. Effortless.
And I think that's where the frustration comes from. You know, when you spend a lot of time in India, there's a lot of people who criticise Rohit Sharma, and it's because they see this level of talent. They see how easy it looks, and they wonder why he's not averaging 50 in international cricket as well.
But I guess that's a lot of the stylish batsmen, the elegant batsmen, because when they get out, it looks as if, you know, they don't really care, but that's not the case. Oh, another fine shot. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. He picked it up. It was a length ball, and he rode with the shot over Skrelek for a six.
Well, Sonny, for me, this is a front foot pull shot. Not that bad a delivery, but he's coming at McClenaghan again there, and the way with which he just swivels. He's out of his crease there, about a yard out of his crease, looking to come. That's a magnificent shot.
Yeah, if you want to be critical of McClenaghan, it's just a little bit too full, isn't it? I think if he could have that again, he'd like it to be a foot higher, because we saw in the last over, when it's up around that back shoulder.
Beautiful shot. So easy. So easy and Southey under pressure.
Well, Shikhar Dhawan realising that Southey had bowled a pretty good over so far, a pretty tight over, using his feet, going down the pitch, taking it on the up, and the straight boundaries are short, so taking full advantage of that.
Seven from the over. India are looking good here. It's 45 for none.
Yeah, and sometimes in a stadium like Eden Park, unlike some of our other cricket grounds, it can swirl a lot down the ground level as well. So it's very hard to actually gauge what it's like down there on the pitch.
Well, the end that Hamish Bennett's bowling from too early on, we noticed that there wasn't the same pace and bounce from that end. Whereas the other end that Tim Southey's bowling from, Mohammad Shami hit Martin Guptill in the grill. There was some real pace and bounce, so surely a quick bowler has to come from that end.
Oh, beautiful. Boy, we just knew that at some stage Rohit Sharma would show us the sort of player that he is. He's starting to today. 50 comes up for India.
Yeah, full of a length. Sharma's got the confidence. He's used to the conditions. He's just starting to see the ball well. Let's play with effort. Let's get that out. He's admiring the stroke. But real danger signs for New Zealand.
Sharma's timing was good.
Exactly. Real pressure on Hamish Bennett.
And one more thing about Hamish Bennett too is that without being too cruel, he's not what you'd call a genuine athlete. He's a bustly bowler. He's a big boy. He's a big solid lad. So down breeze would certainly help him as well, I think, rather than having to work quite hard up into the wind.
Well, the thing about Bennett is he has a presence because he's so big. He's a strong lad. You can hear his footsteps when he's running in, pounding, hitting the ground hard. There is a presence about him because he's so big in stature. As a batsman, you're aware of that as well.
Oh, gets leg side. Clipped away for 4 more, so good over for India. It's 55 without loss. It's the last ball of Hamish Bennett's over.
just a tad straight, wasn't it? Robert Sharma good enough just to flick off his hip.
Oh, nice. Placement and timing. 4 more.
Well, we see a little bit of dancing and then a chance. Guptill thought he was in the play. Darwin drove it on the out. Step to leg a long way with that back foot. It's a shimmy to Southey, then he steps across the off stump. A little bit aerial, but the timing's there, showing how good a pitch this is.
Well, it's all about placement because it was in a catchable height. But he picked the gap. It's away from Guptill and picks up 4. Yeah, it was catchable height that Guptill wasn't too far away from. But the placement was good, just opened at the face of the bat to get it through that gap.
And again, 4 more.
Wow, that's the Shikadar one we know. Prepared to use his feet and go at the bowler. All of a sudden, Southey's under pressure. Back-to-back boundaries. So strong through the offside. Shuffled down, got it on the full. Placement was good. And straight away, the bowler's under pressure. Southey looking for the Yorker. Ended up being a low full toss.
Maybe 6 bowlers going to be needed here tonight.
Well, New Zealand have to start picking this back a touch. India's run rate just dipped under 7, 6.98. Got to start finding some dots. Stopping the flow of boundaries. 5 4s, 5 6s. 10 boundaries in the first 9 overs for India. That will be cause for concern for McCullum.
Could be a chance. Comes in. Oh, Martin Guptill, you are brilliant. Only him. Don't know whether anyone else could have got to that.
Well, it's an interesting field that Brendan McCullum's got. He went to Anderson, who's had a golden arm this summer. Darwin didn't really get it. Martin Guptill, what a catch at full sprint. Got his hands underneath the ball. Anderson's delighted. That's the breakthrough that New Zealand needed. Crucial. Shikadar gone for 28. India 64 for 1.
After a big afternoon out. Just down the road. $1 million races. $1 million race tomorrow in New Zealand at Ellerslie Racecourse, just down the road. Brendan McCullum's got a starter. He's got a starter in the $1 million race tomorrow. Prince Mambo. He's got shares in Prince Mambo, which is starting in the Karaka Million. So looking forward to that. Brendan will be out there. Talk to Kyle Mills. He'll be out there as well. So a lot of the players are going along for an afternoon.
I think New Zealand's done a good job here. The partnership currently 12 balls. So they've made it tough since they took the wicket of Darwin. Creating dots. Both these players free scoring. Bennett followed up. The maiden to Kohli. So he's yet to get off the mark of 6 balls. He won't like that. He likes bat on ball. He likes to dominate.
Disappoint the Indian viewers, Dooley, but a winning chase over 300 has only been done once on this ground. Back in 2007, New Zealand chased down 336 versus Australia. It's the only winning chase over 300. So today would be a piece of history because that, of course, was before the redevelopment of the ground. So the pitch was facing on the angle. And then the highest winning chase before that was 274 by Zimbabwe against New Zealand back in 2001. So it's fair to say that there hasn't been too many high-scoring winning chases at Eden Park over the years.
It's probably safe to say that the pitch has improved. It used to be a real slow, low roll bud, really, but that's what Ian Smith called it earlier in the day.
That's the line, isn't it? It's the line they've been trying to avoid. It's a great shot. just played with such ease.
Sure is. And it's the stump line, just too straight from Anderson. It actually swung in just a touch. Drifted in. It's actually probably on off stump, but it's too straight for Coley, because look where he hits it. Hits it wide of mid-on to his right. Got to be 6 to 8 inches outside off stump.
Yeah, the field's certainly set for the offside, so he wants to be pitching it on, maybe off stump, coming across. No one in that mid-wicket region.
Well, gets it wrong again, the line, but it'll only cost him 1 on this occasion. In the air, is it a chance? It is a chance, and it's taken very comfortably. Corey Anderson has another. And it's Hamish Bennett who takes the catch, is it? Yes, it is.
Oh, you can't stop this bloke taking wickets. Been involved in the game, Anderson. It's a massive wicket. Massive. Rohit Sharma hadn't seen a lot of the strike in the last couple of overs. Decides to give himself a bit of room, and it skews off down to third man. What a blow that is for New Zealand. That's bowling in partnership. Anderson and Bennett have earned that. Sharma goes for 39. India lose their second, 72 for 2.
And it's time for drinks, Macca. Bennett continues. That's his first run in 12 deliveries of his bowling. Time for a change upstairs, though. Scott Styris, Sonny Gavaskar and Mark Richardson.
A little feather throw, yes, they get the answer they're looking for, and it's a huge wicket. Kohli's gone, and he's gone cheap.
He didn't seem to be too happy with that decision. There certainly was a big sound, but he wasn't very happy. He thought that the bat might have hit the pad, or the bat might have hit the ground. We'll see. And he'll also have plenty of time to see. There he is. Big sound. Bennett goes up. 6 to him, 74 for 3.
And he runs out of someone, and maybe Suresh Raina. He's a good player. He's a very capable player. Oh, and he's hurried up as well. And underway. Oh, little noise, the wind pass, yes! Billy Bowden says yes, that is off the bat. And Rahane goes now.
He's trying to play the tickle down the leg side. Short, straight boundaries, so trying to take advantage of that ball on his bats. He might have just got a faint tick. He reckons it wasn't off the bat. Doesn't matter. Billy Bowden thinks it was off it. Anderson gets another wicket. Rahane out for 3, 79 for 4.
MS Dhoni comes into bat once again. His team has left him a lot to do. How fine is it? Fine enough to go for 4. A rare boundary in the last few overs. 84 for 4. Shot. Lovely shot.
It's given just a little bit of room around the off stump, leaning into the drive. Suresh Raina, he's been waiting onto the back foot because that's where the quicker bowlers have targeted him. But look at that. Not really getting onto the front foot, but just leaning enough into that cover drive.
Yeah, look at the body position there. Leaning through it all right, so he could always control it.
And he plays it off the Malingas of this world as well. It's incredible.
There he goes, over and on. He goes long, he goes big. They line it up. Do they get it? No, they put another one down.
Advancing down the pitch a little bit and then whacking it over long on. That's his favourite area, where he brings that bottom man into play. Connecting it really well. He knows that the previous couple of overs have been pretty quiet. He needs to up the scoring. Dhoni is probably saying to him that don't go for it straight away. Watch it a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting with that, Sonny. We're 20 overs in, but New Zealand still hasn't used their fifth bowler.
Well played, well controlled. Beautifully placed as well. It's the longest. Oh, I think that could be 4. He's just slipped there as he gathered to that, Anderson, and his feet definitely touched the rope. Brings up the 100 for India, but it could bring up more.
Yes, very well executed. Mainly because he was able to take his back foot across. Now, this is the time you've got to see. Did
he release the ball? He's definitely flicked the rope with his foot. But has he released the ball? Holding the ball there, he's holding it. He hits the rope there and he's still holding it. I think that's 4. Clearly I failed the umpiring exam.
So I think that's what Dhoni and Raina need to say to each other. That New Zealand still hasn't come on with its spinners or spinner. And when he comes on, maybe take advantage of the straight boundaries, short straight boundaries.
Yeah, I think it's all on, isn't it? It's when that fifth wicket bowler, whoever it is, McCullum, Ryder, Williamson. I think India has to target those 3. They've got to take somewhere in that 8 to 9 runs per over range for those guys, because the other 4 seamers for New Zealand have done a great job.
Maybe even more than 8 and 9. A couple of 6s is what they should be looking to do, because the straight boundaries are shorter. So they've just got to try and wait out the quicker bowlers at the moment. Only 4 bowlers used so far. McClenaghan a little expensive in his first 3 overs. When Rohit Sharma got stuck into him, Bennett the most impressive. 21 runs of only 6 overs. Anderson also 3 out of the 4 wickets. And in 2 for 4.
That's interesting. Kane Williamson been throwing the ball ahead of Nathan McCullum, Craig.
Yeah, sort of get the feeling that they may both be needed. Southey's off. It's just Kane is good when they're looking to hit. A really important part of the match. I can't see Dhoni allowing Kane Williamson to settle into his work.
Tim Southey spent a few overs off the field. I wonder what his injury status is and whether he'll be back to bowl, and whether that back or that side is okay.
Well, I would say that he wouldn't be back on the field unless he was going to bowl. No point.
A secret squirrel going on in terms of Southey's injury, but certainly looked grimace a little bit earlier on, but seems okay. Oh, he picks the gap too wide from Williamson, and he'll be punished with 4. Ryder didn't miss out. got some width and he jumped all over it.
Yeah, just let the ball come on. Williamson missed short and wide. The key is pierce those two fielders backward a point. Reiner did it beautifully. Right in the middle and great placement. This outfield's quick.
This time uses his feet, punches down the ground. Well, Reiner's in need of desperate runs, really. He's missed out for a while. In fact, his one-day record from June 2013 is 23 innings, 497 runs at an average of 26, 150. High score of 65 not out versus Zimbabwe and Bulawayo. Not good enough stats, those. Oh, it's a misfield. It's the skipper. Straight through the hands, through the legs, and they pick up an extra run. End of the over, India 110 for 4. 27 overs remaining. Part-time off-spin of Williamson to continue. There he goes. Oh, he goes big, doesn't get it. Was looking for more than one.
Craig asked whether he feels any pressure. He certainly doesn't show it, but he's under pressure. He knows that two things. One, they lose this game, they lose the series. And two, if he gets out, they lose this game. Not a lot of confidence in that lower order to suggest they can get them 200 runs.
Oh, there's no doubt this is the key partnership now for India. Of course, India went back to the top of the world rankings. They went from number 2 back to number 1 with Australia's loss last night to England. So India hadn't even played. They went back from number 2 to number 1. But they'll drop back to number 2 if they lose tonight. New Zealand, hopefully, if they do manage to get up for victory tonight, will jump above the West Indies up to 7th. So they'll be starting to climb north, which is what McCullum and Mike Hesson, the New Zealand coach, are after. Not sure even in their wildest dreams would they have imagined that they could possibly be 3-0 up in the series. It's good use of the feet this time. McCullum stops it at cover.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not thinking about that just yet, Craig. They know it's a dangerous two players at the wicket, but the pressure they've been able to put the Indians under with the bat, they've allowed themselves to get enough runs in the last 3 games that they can afford 1 or 2 good partnerships or one player to get away, but they've still got enough runs after that. They've given themselves a nice buffer. It's one of the benefits of batting first, and Craig, you spoke earlier, but maybe the opportunity of putting runs on the board puts real pressure on the team batting second.
Oh, he goes big, don't he? Yeah, that's massive. That's top tier, 15 rows back. That's gone many a mile. The Indian skipper puts one into the crowd. End of the over. India 123 for 4. Oh, it's a nice finish to the over. And MS got all of this.
He sure did. The off-spin is the option to target. Using his feet, he got underneath it. That's a big hit.
Oh, it's short. It's in the air, and it's gone. Has it all the way? Southey didn't have far to go, but he couldn't get across. Rod Tucker thinks it's 4. Reiner, wow, was never in control of that shot.
Well, the short ball again, just tried to help it on its way, but at Eden Park, short boundaries, it gives fine leg a chance. In the end, Southey wasn't really close with that straight line across there and then walk out.
Like a batting cage. I think that's where cricket's heading, especially with T20 cricket. Almost like baseball, where the pitchers go and warm up their arms and the batters do as well. Same for cricket. Batsmen, you go and have a batting cage that you can hit half a dozen balls before you walk out to the middle, and then you're into it straight away. Pulled away by MS Dhoni. Lovely placement. Good power as well. He picks up 4, just a touch short that time from Southey.
Yeah, the short ball from Southey, not a lot behind it, whether or not he's just warming up. Dhoni played it with ease, pierced the gap between fine leg, who's up inside the ring, deep backward square.
Oh, that's a shot. That's the shot into the gap. And it's pitched. Who's going to stop it? Ryder does well, along with Gutdorp, and they keep it to 2. Good teamwork, end of the over.
It's good noise in our ears. And Ronke definitely heard something. Southey wasn't convinced. I don't think it was a convincing appeal at all from Tim Southey, so maybe he wasn't sure. Anything here? I can't see much. Maybe we're hearing something. Has he hit something else? It was just, there was no other way he could have hit it. Oh, maybe benefit of the doubt to Billy Bowden and to Suresh Raina. Good noise, perhaps not a sound, not a nick.
I'm glad you're not an umpire, Eastall. Oh, it's another wide. This time Southey's not impressed. Billy's got the arms out. Tim Southey wants to debate it. Not going to win that debate. Tim, keep walking.
Yeah, look close. He might have a point. I've seen plenty go close to that line today. That's well inside. So Tim Southey has a right to feel aggrieved. He's not going to change his mind, but that's a tough call.
Shake of the head from Brendan McCullum as well. Players have seen it on the big screen. Oh, that's flipped away nicely. Jimmy Neesham down at fine leg.
Well, these two are holding the run rate, 7.5. It's been like that for about the last sort of 5 or so overs. So they're doing a good job to keep it under 8.
Oh, there goes an edge. There goes an edge, and there goes the finger. This time Southey gets the result he's after. Just a thin one from Ryder, and he's on his way.
They always look to get Suresh Raina with the pull shot. And that's the under edge of the bat. Ronke, no mistake again from Luke Ronke, takes his 3rd of the innings. Southey picks up his 1st. And Suresh Raina goes for 31. It's 146 for 5.
Ravi Ashwin promoted, head of Jadeja. Good strike rate, high score of 38. Plenty of time to bat. Could improve that tonight. Southey tries to go full and get the Yorker up there. Ends up being a full toss, but will only cost 1.
I think the smart bowling by Tim Southey looked like it was a little bit slower, like the slow ball bouncer, under edge by Raina. Ronke has been tidy behind the stumps all series. Southey's elated with the wicket. Snicko shows, looks like the toe end of the bat. So a smart, slower ball. A horrible feeling as you walk off. Another start.
Oh, good bouncer. Oh, it's wide. Oh, no. Tim Southey's not going to be impressed, but this time I think the call came from the square leg umpire.
That one took off. It's not really sure. It's above the head height, so it's a no ball. It's a good decision. And it certainly took off into the gloves of Luke Ronke.
Yeah, it surprised MS Dhoni, didn't it? Kissed nicely and just keep going. 3 wides and a wicket this over. It's been a real mixture. It's gone for 7, but Southey's got an important wicket. How does it finish off? With a dot. 28 overs gone, India 148 for 5.
I might see a bit of that. New Zealand noses in front, Scott?
Oh, absolutely. New Zealand at the same stage with 161 for 1. So not only in front with runs on the board, but those 4 wickets will be crucial. The only thing you can see is Dhoni, he's not taking too many risks here with Tim Southey. There's still 6 overs to be bowled by that 5th bowler. And he'll think, while those 6 overs are there, I'm still a chance.
Well, we put up a graphic earlier on when Dhoni was keeping that this is 250th time that he's captained India and wicket kept at the same time, which is an amazing statistic considering the next best is Sangakkara with just 67. So when you think about the role of the wicket-keeper, but then you're thinking on behalf of 10 other players while you're out there, to do it 250 times. Quite astonishing. And then for it not to affect your game, because his record with the bat staggering throughout that time. One-day internationals nearly averaging 58. Test average 42, T20s 33. So overall average in those 250 games, in the process over 9,000 runs. What can you say? Should be out. Oh! Got away. Anderson was lining it up, and then all of a sudden it got a wee bit wide for him. He was running at it as if he had it sewn up.
He came in a couple of steps early and then had to backtrack very quickly. I thought it was straight down his throat watching it live, but then he has to turn back. And in the end, it was a good effort. But he'd be disappointed those first couple of strides. And he charged in, but another chance down. Tim Southey doing a good job.
It's good batting from Ashwin. A bit of a life, and so decides to turn it over. 6 from the over, 1 ball to come. He needs an ally. We talked to Sonny Gavaskar before the game about getting help from the bottom order, which New Zealand have been providing for their link players. Their 6s and their 7s have been getting help down the order. Dhoni's been getting none.
So with that in mind, has it been a strange decision to send Jadeja, or send Ashwin in front of Jadeja, when you consider that Jadeja's got 2 triple hundreds, 3 triple hundreds at the first class level?
Mind-blowing stat, and it's a question I can't really give you the answer to. 30 overs gone, 159 for 5. Well, you can see when New Zealand lost the plot a wee bit towards the end. There was only really some hitting from Ronke and Southey that got them out of a declining situation. But India have lost, in that period where New Zealand lost no wickets, India have lost 5, so they have to have an immensely strong finish with no dots. Nathan McCullum. Dhoni eyeing up that offside because there's no protection out past that inner ring on the left. It's
You just feel something's going to happen, don't you? It's nearly at 8 and over for the rest of the way. That's hard enough with a full quota of 10 batsmen, but
Ashwin was so slow out of the blocks. A clean pickup, and New Zealand had another chance there. Ashwin was ball watching. Dhoni was nearly next to him.
how many run-out chances has that been today? You see this, Dhoni was off. Ashwin, he hesitated. He's not the quickest of runners either.
What was he doing? He was just standing in the middle of the pitch watching.
Good over this, Nathan McCullum. Just 2 singles in the first 5 balls, and Dhoni has to at least get the strike back here. He can't afford for this to keep drifting out. And he will. Ashwin is alert on that occasion. 162 for 5.
It's effectively power play field set right here. without it being taken.
The reason I say that is because it's not often you see, especially at this time of an innings, where mid-on and mid-off are up. Especially to a player like Dhoni. Both of them are up. You would think on a short ground.
That's a good shot. Just a bit too straight in towards the Midland leg, and Ashwin has eased that away. Nonchalant stuff.
This is classic subcontinent style cricket, this. Whip it through mid-wicket from about middle stump. Beautiful batting.
That is just an error from Anderson, and Dhoni says thank you very much. And he brings up 50, the Indian captain.
That's one Corey Anderson wishes he could have back. You let it go as a bowler and you think, oh no. And with that field set, mid-on and mid-off up, it's just the wrong length. And he's half hit that, and it's still gone 15 rows back.
He's staggering, isn't he, when he decides that he's going to hit. You fractionally miss, and he just takes it. He seldomly misses out when he's in a hitting mood.
Oh, this could be out. Yeah, what a catch. Oh, Tim Southey has pulled off some screamers, and that is more than likely the match winner.
This is a slip catch when you're 60-odd metres off the bat. This is how fast this has come. He has smashed that MS Dhoni. And look at how he's taken that. He could be standing at second slip, taking it high to his right. That is the end of that. Dhoni for 50. 184 for 6.
Well, he's got 3 triple hundreds in first-class cricket.
And to stay alive in this one-day series.
Yeah, the pressure's coming on, but we come back to the fact that New Zealand have batted extremely well in the first 3 games. One-day cricket's about scoring runs. They've been able to put pressure on India from the first over. They've left a lot to MS Dhoni. Wow, we're just admiring. We're standing there looking at that catch from Tim Southey. What a ripper.
Oh, that's a good shot too. Ravi Ashwin will pick up 4. Nice placement behind point. Nice timing.
Yeah, classy shot. Just let the ball come on. Shows the pace of this pitch. Played it nice and late because of the dimensions. Third man's fine. Always struggle to get across that far. Another boundary.
Kliniken deciding to come around the wicket now to Ashwin. Going to try and cramp him up a bit. Not offer him that angle across the right-hander's body. It's looked good, Ravi Ashwin. Moved along to 25. He's played some lovely shots. 3 boundaries in that 25.
Yeah, well, he's certainly looked composed, and with Dhoni, and he's batting with a lot more time. 22 balls allows him to play proper cricket shots.
Well, he's got 2 test match hundreds as well, so he's useful in that lower order. A little bit of surprise, I think, from Scott Styris, maybe that Jadeja didn't come in a little bit earlier ahead of Ashwin. Jadeja's got a bit to prove with the bat. Despite having 3 first-class triple centuries, he's still got a bit to prove at this level. Oh, it's an ugly swing to square leg for 1.
Well, he doesn't have a lot of time to get in. 124 to win off 81 balls. He's got to swing hard. There's no point coming up short. You've got to give yourself a chance. Nearly 10 and over needed. Create some momentum. Try and get in the game. They can't rely on MS Stoney. He's gone. Time for someone else to stand up.
Full this time. Ashwin can't find the gap. Also in the batting power play, so it's really 5 overs where India have to be ultra aggressive. Required rate is 9.34. You've got to try and get that down in that 5 over period. That extra fielder up inside the circle, got to be a bit more proactive. Flicked away to square leg just for 1. 7 from that McClenaghan over. 193 for 6. Pulled it away. Protection back there. Oh, there's a misfield. Southey's so good with his hands. Is now misfielded one. And it didn't cost anything that time.
I think for getting back to the innings earlier, you think about it, you wouldn't say New Zealand played at their best by any stretch today, but still posted 314. They're in a great position. They were in a position to, well, we thought up here to get 350, 360. And so weren't at their fluent best with the bat. Guptill was superb in the second half of his innings. Williamson was again very good. But the guys who expect a bit of power from, a little slower ball on that occasion, it's going down leg. That you expect the power from Taylor, from McCullum, from Anderson, all failed today when they had a great platform. So I think they're really good signs.
Yeah, I agree, Simon. You look past Williamson there with 65 at number 3, and then New Zealand lost 3-4 quick wickets. 8 from Anderson, 17 from Taylor, 0 from McCullum. At that stage they were looking under pressure and got to the point where it looked like they'd come up short of 300, which would have been criminal with the platform and the base that they had set by Guptill and Williamson. But as I mentioned, Southey 27 and 23. I think they put 25 on for the last wicket, Bennett and Southey. So you're right, Dooley, there's some very positive signs there to say weren't at our best but still managed to find a way to get 314 on the board. I think that's the case. And there goes Billy Bowden signalling wide again. Anderson not impressed. But there's going to be days where your middle order do miss out. They can't come off every game. They've come off in the first 2 matches in this series, but I think the platform that had been laid allowed them still to get through to 300.
Yeah, and I think the start, partnership of 36, 26 balls between Gupta and Ryder. A lot of extras. Wides.
He's going to have to hurry. Nathan McCullum can't hit the stumps.
New Zealand were going at 8 and over, and they hadn't really fired a shot. They hadn't had to take a risk. I think up to 15 overs, 15 extras within the first 12 overs. Jadeja charging. Nathan McCullum got to it quickly. He was home safely. And then Williamson and Guptill, they had that great partnership, but it took them a while to get going. Never got to run above a runner ball.
Slow ball. No, that would be 4. Misdirected by Anderson. That's good work from Ashwin.
Yeah, messy over so far from Anderson. India bring up their 201 for 6. Couple of wides. Now the slow ball. Beats fine leg on the inside. He'll be disappointed. Saying that, currently 4 for 39 off 7.4. He's done the job for a skipper. Missed out with a bat. Shows his true all-round value. And big wickets too. Sharma, Darwan.
And it's interesting that McCullum's thrown in the ball during the batting power play. He's given him some tough overs to bowl, which it's great for the learning experience. And I think overall in these first 3 matches, he's done a pretty good job.
Almost seems like a bit of a plan that maybe not so much to the left-handers, but particularly to the right-handers. They want to use the 2 left-armers, McClenaghan and Anderson, and bowl around the wicket and angle everything in at that leg side, maybe middle and leg stump, and leave the offside field all up inside the circle.
Oh, that'll be 4 more. Nicely guided by Jadeja. Boundary to finish Anderson's over. They went for 13, 206 for 6. Oh, it's the edge pass slip for 4. Short boundary, ball races away. McClenaghan's not happy. Another boundary.
Well, for a moment the noise sounded like it was going to be an edge. I think it's just about hit the back of the bat. Ashwin walked across, it was wide. He tried to ramp it up and over. Just about come on to the underneath of the bat. And it's effective and has run away for 4.
That'll be wide down the leg side. All of a sudden the radar's just going missing here.
And the ironic thing is, India are actually in a better position when it comes to how many they need off the amount of balls than they were in Hamilton. 104 off 71. One thing New Zealand do know is this part of the game. They've had to do it in Napier, they've had to do it here, so it's something they feel familiar with. Just getting a little bit messy though.
That's a lovely cover drive. Pierces the gap through the offside. McCullum's going to cut it off, and they'll come back for 3. Ashwin has to go, gets the dive in and makes it.
He's not the most athletic, Ravi Ashwin, but he used to be a top order batsman. And so he's an elegant stroke maker. You just take a look at the divers. You see better dives around. he's just basically come to a grinding halt not long after. He goes down onto the knees first, but it's commitment to get in. I like it.
And he's winded himself too, I think.
Well, he's got his highest score. Good short ball that time from McClenaghan. There was an opportunity there just to ramp it up over the keeper and slip. It's a sort of surface where you can do it. You get a good look when it's pitched in short. Wonder if Jadeja could have just ramped this up over the top. Yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it started to follow him though too, didn't it?
Oh, he goes bang this time. I'm not going to ramp this. I'm going to smash it through mid-wicket for 4. Aggressive, that's good.
Let's not worry about the ramp. Let's be aggressive. Let's put it through wide mid-on. Then had that crack soon as he hit it. 134 Ks. Knew straight away that's a shot of authority.
Not high enough that time. Gave Jadeja the opportunity to swing through it. That short ball has to be a touch higher. Take the control away from the batsman. That's wide. Finds point. There was an opportunity, he's missed out.
That batting's looking reasonably easy at the moment. Required run rate's down to 8.69. Ashwin playing nicely. As we look at Jadeja's first-class stats, 3 triple hundreds out of those 700s. 100 every 7 games, averaging just under 50. That suggests he can play.
That's a fair record, all right. Oh, that's a slow ball, and just as well he got sent back. Ryder was onto it quickly. 12 from the over, 218 for 6.
Or is it? Okay. I'll bowl you 2, but you've got to pick us up a wicket in these 2 overs. One of these 2 and we're all but there.
Yeah, and he also needs to look. Nathan McCullum's bowled 5, Kane Williamson's bowled 2. So that's 7 overs for his 5th bowler. He's got to find 3 more overs there. Bennett will likely bowl at the death. He hasn't did that for his provincial side Canterbury in the 2020 competition. So he'll probably bowl in the early 40s. So Bennett McCullum will just be thinking, it's not over. I need to make sure I've got some good options available. And so would see Nathan McCullum come straight back on after the power play.
Oh no, full toss from Southey. Jadeja can't find the gap.
Well, he has to be tight on the leg stump to the left-hander and also to the right-hander because of the field set. And I mentioned it earlier, I think it's a pretty good option. It's a decent field set. You've got the 3 men out deep, 1 behind square, 1 in front of square and 1 at long on. So they can't afford to be any width at all, so that the deliveries have to be in at that middle and leg stump.
Oh, the bouncer flicked away. That will race away for 4. Went away very fine. Southey gave Ashwin an opportunity and he's good enough to take it.
Yeah, and with fine leg up, it's not an option. It's just not a good option at all. It's got to be full and it's got to be in at that middle and leg stump. He's a good enough player, Ashwin. We know that from his record, from his previous career as a top order batsman.
Southey gave him the opportunity to get underneath it and then it can go anywhere. Yeah, there he goes. Dooley goes full and straight. He's got protection out there, much better option. Not going to get hurt as often with that delivery compared to the shorter one.
Well, sometimes it's the double bluff because they're not expecting it. Sometimes you're better off having mid on up, especially early in the over if you're going to bowl a bouncer. I suppose they're relying on the fact that it could be a slower ball, and if he gets a hold of it, it's actually going to go in front of square. 1 runner ball is not going to win it for India. That's what Tim Southey should be thinking.
Same field set for the left-hander, 3 on the leg side. Brilliant, that is brilliant. Southey in at leg stump, perfect Yorker. Jadeja can't do anything with that.
Yeah, and I think there's less margin for error for Southey with the left-hander on strike, because it's naturally tailing away from the left-hander, so he's got to get it spot on. He's done that very well on that occasion.
Seven from the over, last ball, it's important here. Oh, it's gone bang, he's missed, and he's gone up into the stand for 6. Jadeja coming to the party. 13 from the over, good one for India, 231 for 6.
Southey missed short, genuine half volley. Jadeja goes bang, straight away, short boundaries, went like a rocket over mid-off.
Nathan McCullum back into the attack.
Well, this is a crucial time for mine. If they want to win this game, they can take Nathan McCullum down. If they get aggressive, it's going to take a risk, but they've got themselves in a situation they still need to take 1 risk and over. Big over here against Nathan McCullum. Can swing it even more.
Oh, there's some turn. Well bowled. That's the first one today that's really gripped and turned. It was a beauty.
It's the first time Nathan's turned the ball. Played a lot with him. Let's get a package in that and put it in the library.
Oh, again, some more turn. Beats the man at point. The cover is Martin Guptill. It's good to have him as cover with his pace.
2 balls ago, Nathan McCullum got one to really bite at pace. Angled in, that's a beauty. Jadeja looked at it as if to say, where's that come from?
Well, the batting power play was good for India. That's the 50 partnership between these two. It's been terrific knock from both these players. 54 for the loss of 1 wicket in the batting power play. So that's given them some momentum to carry into these final 10 overs.
That partnership of 30 balls.
Dangerous. Both players are dangerous. We know they can bat. Still got a long way to go. 80 runs required now by India. That required rate still under 9 and over. Oh, he gets the reverse sweep out. Gets it up and over for 4. Innovative for Ravi Ashwin. He brings up his first one-day international 50 for India, and it's come at a crucial time.
Goodness me. Where's that come from? 51 for Ashwin.
He's back. That'll be wide as well. Yep. Get those arms out, Billy. Listen to the cheer go up.
Well, for New Zealand, it's just starting to get a bit messy. But these two have got India in a position where they can get a run of ball. They only have to hit 1 boundary every 2 overs if they're scoring off every ball. They've got that down from just about needing a boundary every over. And it's shown in the last 5 overs, they've been at 10.6.
Oh, that's 4. That's 4. It was wide, and Ashwin just got a thin edge on it. And it's raced away another boundary. India have all the momentum right now.
I think this is clever. I think he's deliberately played this. Ashwin, to me, have a look at the bat. Yeah, he has deliberately played that. Yes, it's gone perhaps a touch finer than he intended it, but that is a deliberate shot and a quality shot.
Oh, they've got the hot coffees and the hot Milos there warming up. Looking tense. This game is starting to tighten up. That was a clever shot from Ashwin. This time he goes straighter. He's got protection out at mid-wicket, so it will only cost him 1.
Good cricket. That's what he needs to do. He's got his boundary. After that boundary, Ravi Ashwin had that look in his eye. It was a look of, I think I can do this. I've got myself in that zone. We're close enough. Between you and I, we are good enough to get 67 off 49. If I do things right, I've got my boundary. Let's be positive, but hit gaps and get ones. The pressure's now going on that man there, Brendan McCullum.
4 fielders back on the leg side protecting the boundary. Slow ball, and that's where it goes. They're looking for 2. It's Guptill. Keeps it to 1. Another good over for India, though. 10 from it. 249 for 6. Oh, this could be out. This could be out. No, it's down. Southey coming in. I'm not sure if it carried. It was a great effort, a valiant effort, but it hasn't been taken. Jadeja survives.
Yeah, it went flat, mistimed it. Probably lucky for Jadeja. Southey sprinting in.
Up, over, and past McClenaghan for 4. Despairing dive.
This would have been a miraculous catch if he had clung on to it. Jadeja quite deliberately playing that shot. He knew that the fielder was a little finer.
Here's Nathan McCullum. Oh, gee whiz, that is monumental. One of the biggest straight hits I've seen at this ground. Unbelievable. And that's first ball of the over.
This is massive. Look at this. Let's have a look where that's gone. It's gone over to the corporate boxes.
Good use of the feet. Very good use of the feet. And gave himself just a little bit of distance between bat and ball. And that's sensible batting. 6 for the first, just tapping the ball away.
This is a really big over for them, this one, because they struggled against the faster bowling. It was an over for New Zealand the last one. Now they've got the spinner to attack.
Well, Nathan McCullum snuck in there and Jadeja wasn't even looking, so Rod Tucker, realising that, he ruled it out just as McCullum was about to get into his delivery stride. Sneak one there. This is easy, very easy. There's frustration. Ruled it out right there, just as he was about to release it. It's a late call.
You might not have seen the last one, but Mitchell McKinnon has charged in about 10 yards from Ronke and fired in and over the top. And Luke Ronke's just given him the settle down.
Good.
Well, they've closed the gap now. It's just 32 balls, but only 46 runs. They're the favourites all of a sudden. And just stamp another one on that too, will you? Oh no! Guptill! Guptill has pulled up a screamer! It looked for all money of us was heading into the stand. Ravi Ashwin, did he need to do it? And has Guptill got it? He's caught it inside. He's thrown it up. And he's grabbed it back. It looks okay.
I promise you, this is not as easy as Guptill makes it look. That is casual, it is cool, it is calm. It's simplistic brilliance from Martin Guptill in the outer.
McCullum asking for more there. More from his bowlers, more from his big men. Here's one of them. Away from Taylor. It was brilliantly played. It was a risk, but he had to get enough bat to get it away from that slip, and he did.
Yes. This is something that the Indians play quite regularly in T20 cricket. Not when there's a slip in position, but again, very well connected, very well played. He was in control of that shot all the time.
Should be out. Is out this time. Nathan McCullum gets it. Too much bounce. Couldn't pull it off. And Kumar goes. 8 down India.
It's a desperate situation, calling for desperate measures. India know that they've got to score at a humongous asking rate. So looking for boundaries and sixes. Didn't quite time it well. Not used to playing that kind of pace. Not used to playing the ball at that height, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So Bennett gets a wicket. It's 4 to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, 275 for 8.
McClenaghan round the wicket. Last one was pretty good over. Change the angle.
Well, this is a sign that he's just trying to get him out now. He's going to try to get close enough so he nicks it. Give him the angle, angling at him. Maybe look to bowl him.
Here's a chance. That's what they wanted. Oh, close.
Jadeja is very quick. As soon as the ball was bowled, he was on his way. Have a look at this. Good bounce. Oh, it would have been touch and go.
I think he might have got him direct hit there, Sonny. He might have just been about 6 inches short. And actually, when he threw that ball, Williamson was very close to the stumps. That's how tight they wanted to get to create that opportunity. Now with Jadeja on strike, they're back on the circle. Beautiful, clean strike. Long way back.
Well, that's the reason why Jadeja was so keen to get to the striker's end. If there was a ball that was going to be bowled around the length area, he was going to have a go at it. And what a go.
Well, this is their only chance for Jadeja to have a big over. He's going to need a bit of luck. He's also going to need enough balls pitched in his hitting arc.
Well, that's a half volley. It's the short one, doesn't carry through because it's got no pace. Slower bouncer can work in your favour there. The lack of speed worked against McClenaghan and the edge or the glove.
Just cramped him. Didn't come as quick as he thought. And Jadeja saying to Shami, stay there, stay there.
Got to stop him getting on strike. Little touch, a little touch through, was it? Rod Tucker says no. Ronke says what's happening? McClenaghan fell on the pitch. Oh, controversy here at Eden Park. He said no, Mitch, he said no. That's the end of the story. There are no reviews. It's 284 for 8.
All 6.
Well, we'll run out time again. I've got to say those players on the left of screen are very much in play because he is desperate to get off strike. Straight up. Should be out. Williamson, yes. Get out of the way, Luke Ronke. I'll have him this time.
He's just trying to work the ball to the onside. Not an easy shot to play for a number 10 batsman off a short delivery. Trying to work the ball away for a single, leading edge there. Jadeja crosses over, still wants to take that last ball of the over. Simple catch to Williamson. 5 wickets for Anderson. Shami out for 2, 286 for 9.
Varun Aaron does the right thing. He gets the right man on strike. If only Kumar had been able to do that, or Shami had been able to do that more often.
Both of them were bowled short deliveries by New Zealand. That was clever. Realizing that numbers 9, 10, 11 not very adept at playing the short ball.
Somehow, Jadeja needs to find a way to punish the short ball. He's probably going to get 3. Ask them to bowl at fuller, Adam. Force them into having to bowl at fuller.
Like that. He didn't have to ask very often, did he? And look what he did to it. That just absolutely dealt to that.
That's massive. Once again, within his range, in the swing of his bat, angling into him, giving himself just a little bit of room, taking the front foot out of the line. Massive, that is massive.
Right, well, there's your freebie. This is what McClernand's probably thinking now. That's a marvellous shot. Boy, there's been some big hits here this evening. Now, I would suggest he's either got to find the block hole or he's got to go in short, but third man is up inside the circle.
Well, he is, but he's also a catcher, I reckon, Ross Taylor. He's a catching chance.
No, there's a third man back there, and yeah, Ross Taylor is more in a fly slip, so the short ball's still on.
The ramp, yeah, I agree. It's a possibility. Certainly not the half volley. That's the one. Now then, this could be out. Game over. Or no, has he dropped it? He has dropped it. Ross Taylor was running to him as if he'd held it, so Hamish Bennett puts one down.
I don't think he picked it up because he was a little bit slow to start for the catch. Probably didn't sight it in the background of the crowd.
Tell you what, it wasn't a bad effort. It was a good effort to get enough bat on it like that. He just needed to get it finer. He was hanging back. He was on the back foot. He was hanging back to the ropes, thinking defensive. And so he just couldn't get in far enough, but he got a good hand on it. Just lost it at the last minute. Ooh. I still think put a good fieldsman down there, though. It's a critical position.
Well, they'll run again. Oh! The big slide went in from McClenaghan. And somehow Jadeja jumped the hurdle and gets back on strike. So Aaron's done a good job here. He's given them a chance. They're still in this. 20 from 8.
But Jadeja should be expecting a short delivery now. Nothing's going to be within that range of his swing. No way. What nobody's realized is that previous missed opportunity was Jadeja's half century.
And it's going to be given wide. Oh, McClenaghan.
He's just got to calm down a bit here, McClenaghan. He's a player who plays with his heart on his sleeve, but he's got to make sure he keeps his composure.
Well, he won't get 4. He just gets the 1. So that makes it mighty tough on Aaron. What does he do now? Does he take a punt and try and hit a boundary? Or does he just say, I'm going to stay so you've got the chance to win it? Will he just try to knock him over? .297 for 9. Ronke. Will it be him with the last play? Smacked beautifully. 1 bounce 4. Not even Guptill gets close to that. 300 up for India. Still in it.
Very much in it. 14 now needed. And this is a very good shot. Off the front foot. Over mid-wicket.
Oh, warning signal. Real warning signal here for New Zealand and for Anderson, because Anderson, while he's a heavy ball bowler, he's not as quick as the others, and he'll struggle to get that bouncer into the right area. If he goes real short, he could go too high. He may be forced to go full. Look for the block hole. Look for the Yorker.
Oh, it's a wide. It's a shocker. Anderson not happy now. None of the New Zealand bowlers are getting on too well with the umpires. But that certainly was leg side.
It certainly was, and Jadeja was very smart. The moment he saw the angle of the ball, he wasn't going to be able to play a shot at it, just leaving it. Very cleverly done.
So 13 from 5. What a game. Play and miss. Keep your head. Keep your head. Umpires, pressures on the umpires with the bounce.
I think he's got to back himself to maybe get in line with that and go for the hook shot, because if he top edges it, 5 legs up, he's got a chance of it going the whole way. If he gets it behind square, he's safe, because the man out on the boundary is about on square.
Pressure on the bowler as well, though. Oh, well done, Anderson. He followed him. He can't take the run. He's now got to do it himself. It's on him. It's all on Jadeja, and he needs to hit 13 runs from 3 balls. Or if he gets 12, then India stay in the series with a tied match.
Then he's got to go to the offside and start to look onside if it's short.
Wow, Billy Bowden says yes. Another wide. That's very clever from Jadeja.
Oh, he's done brilliantly here, hasn't he? Because it was an awkward area. It was where he wasn't expecting. He was expecting something short again. He's going to the offside that time, and they realise he just has to let it go through. And he gets another ball.
Nifty footwork that. Very nifty.
12 off. Oh, he's flicked it. And how good's the timing? Yes, very good. Very good indeed. Amazing stuff.
That's the area. That's the area. This is what he's got to look to do if they're going to go in. Now, if they go too full again, he can still whistle away on the onside for 6. He's proven he can do that.
Oh, that's a very good shot, because he's hit it on the retreat. Anderson's followed him, and he's done better.
What an innings.
59 he is. 8 from 2. Oh, he's crunched it. He's hit a gap. How far's he hit it? He's hit it all the way. Staggering. Staggering stuff. Oh, Jadeja. Handle the pressure. 2 to win. 1 ball left.
Another massive hit. Another massive hit. He's shielding his face from the lights up there. The lights are shining brightly on him.
India 1 run to tie. 1 run to tie the match and stay in the series. 2 runs to reduce it to 2-1. An unlikely possibility even 6 balls ago.
Where does he go? He's going to try to get it past the outside edge. He's probably going to go in short. That's what I'm thinking. They'll go for the run through.
He's hit it. Run out chance. They're looking for 2. It's a tie. It's a tie. What a game. What a fantastic game of cricket. 628 runs and they can't be separated. No one knows whether to smile or to cry. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant cricket.
Yes, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Didn't quite middle it. And very good effort there. Anderson, 5 wickets to him. That last over almost cost New Zealand.
He deserved it. He deserved to win the game today, Sharp. What a fine performance from him. Don't forget Ravi Ashwin. He gave them an opportunity as well. It was some magnificent batting from Dhoni down. 50 for him. What a game of cricket.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.